I honestly feel like one of the best things to master in this life, if you're someone who is mostly a victim of jealous people and envious people, and you're just being hated for no reason, is you knowing the stages that envy develops. There are some of you that your light irritates people without you even doing anything. Just your mere presence or just your existence makes some people go ill. And you might not know the reason why. And sometimes it might be the people who wanted to be your friends, who were good to you at some point or pretended to be good to you at some point, and that took you off guard. You didn't know there was an envy hidden with all that niceness and all the compliments and all of that. So in order not to repeat that mistake, or maybe you don't know yet and you might go through something like this, in order for you to identify when that envy is building up in someone, or how to even spot someone who comes in with that energy, you want to stick around, because there's about 5, 6, 7 stages that they go through. Okay, and the first stage is the admiration and adoration stage, the inspiration, the attraction. The first stage is when they notice you and they realize you have so much potential. Some of you might not know the power you carry or the aura you carry, but some people who have eyes, who are very spiritually aware of other people's energy, so they can tell when someone is really powerful, and they can tell when someone's essence is really, really, really good, and they try to see if they can find a way to sneak in and try their little trick of playing, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, blah blah. They kind of like act like a fun girl, a fun boy around you. They admire you so much. And this might not just be friendship, okay? This might be a lover. It could be someone who is very attracted to you and want to be in a romantic relationship. Because look, envy is not only subjected to friendship. It can happen in family. It can happen in workplace. It can happen with your romantic relationship. It can even happen as your neighbor. Your neighbor could be envious of you. So this is the point where the person doesn't know you, like they don't know you yet, but they are friend bombing you. They are love bombing you. They are telling you all these words and all this, how much you inspire them. And they mostly do this to let down your guard, okay? In order for someone, like for instance, in order for someone to be in your safe graces, I know for a fact that praising them or showing appreciation to them is going to make them feel at ease, and it will actually make them smile. It will even make their day. And that is a form of you lowering their guard. It's signal that you're a safe person. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to put on this marks of like, I'm a safe person, I really admire you. And listen, not all admiration is coming from a good place. Some people say that to fool you. It's a trick. They tell you all these great words because they know the game. They've done it several times to people. They have people that they've run this victim thing on, people that they meet some points in their life that they were envious of, and they manipulated them into making them feel like they are great people. They are all this like grandiose like life, like I love you at this, you're there, only to get you wrapped around their fingers and show you their real character. So be careful of all the praises and flattering and admiration. Just discern very good. Discernment is really important. It will help. One thing I notice about fake compliments is when they give me the compliment and I feel awkward. When someone compliments me and my heart doesn't feel warm and I just feel like a bit uncomfortable, I know it's not coming from a place of love. But everyone's intuition speaks different to them. So you have to pay attention to your body. Your body knows best. I'll keep on repeating this. Your intuition, discerning, you will know. So they try to shower you with words. Maybe they could even compliment your looks. Oh, you're so beautiful. Maybe your talent. They'll tell you how much you're so talented and inspire them. And they'll even talk about, if it's about your relationship, that they envy your relationship or your marriage. They'll praise you for how much you're a couple goal. Like, oh my gosh, you and your boyfriend are a couple goal. I love both of you. Well, I admire you with all these positive traits initially, so that you feel comfortable talking to them about your talents or about your relationship. So they're going to praise you and your partner like you guys are goals. Meanwhile, at the back of their mind, they wish they were in your shoes. They wish they were dating your partner. They wish they were in that marriage where you're being like taken care of and loved on. They are not happy for you. But initially, they will come in warm and cozy to make you feel good. And that is why you need the discernment, because not everyone comes up to you wants the best for you. And also, I noticed that when after they compliment you and all of that, they'll find a way to be your friend. They'll find a way to just kind of like attach themselves to you some way, somehow. And this is a stage where you have to be very careful, because I see a lot of rush in people who are envious of you. They kind of rush the friendship so that you can skip, all the voices or your intuition trying to tell you all the red flags in the friendship. So they'll just try and always like put themselves in positions where they'll be in your space. They'll close up the distance gap. They'll find a way to get close to you. And that's why you need to be careful. Because at this point, they are finding a way to monitor you. So they'll be stalking you somehow, which is not a good thing. So you might find out that if you mostly shop at a particular grocery shop, you'll find out that they go there now. If maybe you hang out at a certain place, you find out that they also start hanging out there. They try to be around you. They kind of like want to network with you because you are their target. At this point, they've targeted you. It's like when the police is looking for a criminal, they'll find a way to put them, the police will find a way to stalk them. It's the same way. When you're a threat, when your confidence, your light, your power, your aura threatens someone, they become a spiritual FBI. They stalk you. And they're not just stalking you, they're stalking you to get to know you, what you hang out, what you love to do, blah, blah. And it's not genuine. Because true friends, of course, they're going to give you a space. They're going to give you, they're going to understand that you have your hobbies, place you hang out with, and they don't necessarily have to hang out in the same place for you to like them. Or they don't have to stalk you to know what you like or what you don't like in order to, imitate that or kind of like mold themselves to fit into your circle. True friends will be in their own aura, in their own essence, in their own divine energy, and they will accept you for who you are. You guys could be totally different people with two different mindsets, but then you're also similar. You're very similar, and they don't even like true friendship is not rushed. Okay, it's not rushed. Whenever something feels rushed, you need to take a step back and take a bird eye view of the whole situation. And the next stage, after they stalk you, they monitor you maybe to social media, they'll try and keep an eye on you some way, somehow. And the next stage is now they start imitating you or they start competing with you. They will start trying to emulate you, the way you talk, maybe the way you walk. And it's sad because now it's game on. Now it's game on. And I see a lot of ladies make mistake in this stage because they kind of feel like some people, when they're not intuitively connected, they think it's a flattering thing, like, oh my gosh, I have this girl who's looking up to me, she wants to be like me, blah blah blah, and it boosts their ego. Look, this is not a time to feed into your ego. This is a time you need to be careful about your life. Okay, this is a time you need to be careful about your life, because ask yourself, before they met you, who were they? Okay, before you met this person, who were they? They had their own life, they had their own mindset, they had their own style or their own talent and everything. Why is it that all of a sudden they want to wear your skin? Why is it all of a sudden they want to be like you? You should ask that. It's different when you guys have been friends for a long time and you guys start doing the same thing almost without even knowing. That is different. You know, when you guys have been friends for a long time, sometimes you guys could walk out of the door and be wearing the same clothes or something similar. That is different. That is unplanned. That is cute. That is fun. It happens with me and my friends that we've been friends for a long time. Not just someone I met a while ago and we've not been tight buddies, like we're not tight friends, and they keep stalking me, and it feels weird because they don't, like, they're hiding what they're doing. They're trying to not get caught. Okay, so even if they're stalking your social media, they try not to like it so that it seems like they haven't seen it. They try to make it look like, oh, just a random post. Meanwhile, they're taking screenshots. They're doing all this kind of stuff. They take screenshots of your new hairstyle and they're going to do the same new hairstyle. They take screenshots of your nails. They're going to do the same nails. They take screenshot of the coffee you buy. They go and buy the same coffee. They take screenshots of how you act, your mannerism, and they implement the same thing into their life. This is not flattering. To me, this is not flattering. There's no I'm going to choose you as a friend because this is scary. I would see it as a bit scary because who were you before you met me? Like, who were you? Who did you want to be before you met me? That is you. Like, it would seem like I'm a threat to you. Like, my aura, fine, maybe I have a beautiful aura, definitely, and you admire, but you trying to go toe for toe and boot for boot is crazy. So this is when they start competing, and you should be very, very careful. I would say at this stage, if you're not comfortable, you should definitely create some distance and boundary. Maybe take them off your stories on social media, if that means you hide your stories from them, or you unfollow them, or you mute them, you block them. Any way that you keep them off your back, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, even if it's deleting their number from your phone, delete the number. Like, do whatever you have to do to protect yourself, because at this stage you can still stop the envy. It hasn't gotten that far. You still have power over the whole situation, so you can work on that. At this point, I take my power back by not interacting, not asking them anything. I just cut them off. I just create distance. I create that boundary, and the only time they'll see me is maybe if I'm out and about and we bump into each other, and yeah, that's it. But I'm not keeping on my social media, and if I take you off and you still stalk me, which some people do on TikTok, I'll block you. I don't care. I'll block you. Whatever I have to do to protect myself, I will do it. But it's also best if you keep your life private, because envious people get frustrated when they don't know what's going on in your life, when you don't post about your relationship, when you don't post about your work, when you don't post about what's going on, where you're hanging out, They get very frustrated. And when they can't get close to you, oh my gosh, they'll be punching the walls in their bedroom. And that is on God. And another stage is when they realize they cannot be you, especially when you are very smart. Okay, when you're very smart and you notice them and you switch up and you change your ways, especially for my girlies who are very unpredictable. I am very unpredictable. One day I'm going very elegant, another day I'm going sexy, like my style changes depending on my mood. So for someone to be envious of me is I'm taking you through this roller coaster of who I am, because I am so much in my feminine energy that I go with the flow. I don't go with what everyone is doing. I'm not very trendy. I don't want to be trendy. I don't want to be in that trendy things. I love being my own spot. So for you to be envious of me, it's like you have a whole job because you're going to be very frustrated. So with someone like me, if that envious person realizes that you're so unpredictable, you're so authentic that they can't even emulate you, like you're always 10 steps ahead and they can never be you, and that reality hits them that they can never be you, that is when the bitterness starts happening. And at this stage, you realize that they stop praising you. They start monitoring you more and they stop praising you. And that is when you hear them talking very nasty behind your back. Once they realize you've cut them off, you're very unpredictable, and you're very smart, and you're very spiritually aware. When they realize you have these traits, they become very bitter. Like the bitterness becomes so plain that they start lying behind your back. They start running smear campaign. They start talking crazy about you. And it's funny because you realize that someone who used to admire you so much now hates you. And you're wondering, why does she not like me anymore? Like she used to like me. Honey, it's because you didn't give them access to you. The access was denied. They thought you were an easy target. They thought you were like all the other target that they go after, who is very easy, who when they come around, they just embrace them, blah, 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 blah. You are different. You're different. You're aware of their move. Like any move they make, you're 10 times ahead. And they're like, damn. So they're frustrated and they're going to reveal their true colors. So when they're not able to compete, that's when they become better and then the jealousy starts. So when they become unsuccessful and they are faced with the reality that it's not going to work or their strategy didn't work out, they start feeling very jealous. So they become very petty and they start being very like passive aggressive with you. Now the admiration turns into like bitterness and very cold attitude. They will even try to like ignore you in public when they see you, pretend as if they haven't seen you. Don't pay attention to them. That is mere jealousy. Don't pay attention to them. Let them be as cold as they want. Let them ignore you if they don't. Like, let them. I've had situations like that of girls. I remember this girl who followed me on TikTok and she sent me a message on TikTok. And apparently she was dating someone I used to date and she wanted to be friends. I'm a very cool person, right? So she wanted my number. I'm like, girl, I'm not giving you my number, but I can give you my Snapchat. Me and this girl were texting back and forth. I wasn't comfortable, so I didn't want to give her my number, but I felt Snapchat was okay. You can make phone calls. This girl started with phone calls, admiration, blah, blah, blah. And then my intuition was like, cut her off. She's here to gain information from you, to use it like, with this expert of yours. So when I realized it very quickly, like in the first 2 weeks of me and this girl like trying to talk, I realized that I wasn't genuine because she'll keep calling me her sister. And I'm like, girl, I'm not your sister. You're literally sleeping with someone that I was seeing, and you were with this person whilst I was seeing them, and I left him because I didn't want to be in competition with you. And you're calling me a sister. Girl, bye. So when I did that, she started becoming cold towards me, and I was like, oh, I know, you didn't win. And you're so pissed. I get it. I would be very pissed too if I didn't win at all my strategies. When I sat down planning for years or for months, and you're so smart that I couldn't you saw my card. Like, I would be pissed too. So I get it. So that is when the jealousy sets in. Okay, that is when you don't be scared. Keep on being or maintaining your ground. Don't feel insecure to the extent that you feel like, oh my gosh, why are they all of a sudden ignoring me, or why are they all of a sudden like not paying attention to me, or da. Baby, they're ahead. You're smart. They're ahead. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. And if you lower the bar and you allow them in, like, oh, I feel sorry for them, let me just pull them in, and because I feel bad for causing all of this, someone who used to admire me now not liking me, baby, you're shooting your own self in the foot. Don't mind them. Move on with your life. So from there, when the jealousy sets in, now it's envy. So the envy is when they are at this point they're very irritated with you, so they're willing to do anything to you because they've been like, they weren't able to do what they were supposed to do. You were the target, but you were a smart target. So their inability to defeat you will make them very angry and retaliate. So this is when you see people planning evil against you. Maybe they want to take you out of here. Like what happened to Selena and the rest. Like the Mexican girl who like her friends call her out to come and get a birthday gift, blah, blah. That is the last stage. That is when it's envy. When they are willing to harm you. When they're willing to harm you. That is why I say that you should cut it off once you realize that the bitterness is setting in. At this point, you still have the leverage to let it go. Don't let it get all the way to the jealousy part, because once it gets the jealousy part and they are very petty with you and they start spreading lies about you, be ready for envy. That's the last stage. Once it gets to envy, you're not safe. You're not totally safe. I mean, you're safe. You're very safe, but I mean like spiritually. They might be planning something against you. Some people take it to the extent of coming physically to harm you. You should be very, very careful. And those are the stages of envy that you should watch out for before it plays out. I had to learn the hard way, unfortunately. But I love sharing these messages with you guys because jealousy amongst humans, especially friends, lovers, family, it's not something you should joke about. It's very serious. We have seen how it has ended people's life, and if your life is at stake, then you should take it serious. You should really take it serious. Anything that concerns your well-being, your mental health, your life, which will cost you money or anything, you should pay attention to it. And envy and jealousy can cause that. It can cause people to lose their job, to lose their family, to lose their life, to lose their career. It causes a lot, even reputation. People even lose their marriage from envious family members and friends. You should take it seriously. And that is what I do on this channel. I share with you ladies so you become aware of all of these conniving things. Even if you haven't experienced that before, it's very, very good to be aware. Just the awareness of it, just you having like an eye-opening moment about what could be possible in life, it saves your life. It saves your life than you being purely innocent like a white dove who doesn't know anything, no experience. That makes you an easy target. It's like having gold and you don't know you have gold. If you're very innocent and pure, you have a lot of talent and good energy and good aura to you, people will realize they're innocent and they're not going to have mercy and be like, oh my gosh, she's so innocent, let me just let her be. No, that is exactly what they want. Innocence attached to pure light. But if you have some kind of like experience and you're very much aware and you're very in tune with yourself, they are very much afraid. And whenever they're rising up to you, they have to take very calculative steps because they don't want to make a mistake, because they know you're very smart and they know you're also very aware of their ways. So with you, it's hard. It's hard when you're aware. It's hard because they have to crack their whole brain out to be able to even play this game with you. And that is where you want to be. You don't want to be the easy target. You want to be the target that is hard to bring down without even lifting a finger. And it all starts with awareness. It's all about being aware, being in tune with yourself, and paying attention to the energies around you, and also protecting yourself by meshing yourself with God or with anything higher that you believe in. It's all about your belief. Choose your belief. If you're Muslim, if you're whatever, and stay grounded in something higher than you. It's really, really going to help you. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope this helps you moving forward to recognize the spirits of envy or jealousy and the stages they go through. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.